Hello there and welcome. It is of course PSG Siege Showdown and we're here in round 2. It is Mist versus UC on Cafe Dostoevsky. Man oh man, it's been quite a series so far, quite a tournament. We've seen some very interesting things. We even saw ATK go down against the NMK, and now we've got Mist versus UC. Cafe Dostoevsky as well. Quite the map, if I do say so myself. Quite an interesting map indeed. Lots and lots of fun. And straight off the bat, of course, there goes the Thatcher taken off the board for the attacking side. No surprise there, of course, Thatcher. One of those staple operators. We see him get banned almost every single time. And there's the Jackal taken off the board as well. We've seen that operator getting banned pretty often in recent times. So no surprise on that front. Now we're just waiting to see if we're going to see a Mira ban, maybe a Monty ban, potentially. We'll see if the Echo comes out. There's the Mira, of course. No surprise there, although saying that, we have seen a couple of games where the Mira has been slipped through the cracks, so definitely still a possibility. Either way, it is taken off the board in this particular match, and of course, the next defender about to be taken away as well is going to be the Valkyrie. Alright, interesting. So the info gathering getting taken off the board there. And that is that. End of ban phase. Mist and UC. Of course, Mist starting out on the defense side of Cafe. UC going to be the ones to start on the attack. And right off the bat, I must say, we've seen some very interesting dynamics, and one of the things I really want to highlight, especially in the previous game, which was ATK versus DNMK, we saw ATK go down because DNMK were able to put so many rounds on the board for their defense side. And that's definitely something that comes up very often. You know, if a team can put enough points in on that defense side, they could switch over, and all they need is one or two more on the attack, and they're good to go. And so let's see if we're going to be seeing a similar situation to that, or if perhaps we'll be seeing something else entirely. Of course, we're going to be heading into Reading Room first, which this is a very interesting choice, I must say. Generally, we don't see this particular bomb site come out first. Usually it's something like third floor, or we see kitchen. We don't always see this one coming out first, so this is an interesting choice, and I'm interested to see how Mist is going to defend this one. Because from the looks of it, it looks like the entirety of the defense is actually coming up on the third floor, so this could potentially be a focus on a vertical defense, which is quite interesting, because if that is the case, that's going to be quite strong against the vertical clears that is almost inevitable on this map. You know, you attack red stairs, you attack cigar, you move up, you clear the third floor, and then you move down. And it works pretty much like clockwork. And so that third floor presence is always very, very important. And, well, it looks like UC are going to have to deal with that. Mist are quite aware that they need to put that defense down. Got to show the presence. And, well, that's what they're doing. Pulse actually getting a good read. So he's going to be getting some critical information, but I believe the IQ was able to spot him out. Yes, absolutely. This is a battle of the gadgets. It's the IQ versus the Pulse. They have spotted one another out, the heartbeat sensor and the IQ gadget spotting out the heartbeat sensor. So that was a very interesting exchange. Definitely one that can happen at least. And a very quick movements here from UC to get control of the red stairs as per usual, as one would expect in this situation. Making sure to grab control of that and starting to move in, starting to gather that information and see what is going on in towards the site. We have Skips right up and close and personal up towards you, looking for some heads. Actually, the timing not going to work out in their favor, and will not spot any of the players up on the third floor just yet. So you see, they've got control of red, and they're slowly sweeping through the third floor. Of course, Edward right up here on the third floor, trying to keep the UC players at bay. And of course, the strategy here from Mist is not too hard to defend third floor. Of course, you just show a little bit of presence, defend, and then fall back as soon as you feel comfortable doing so. You basically just need to waste as much time as possible. Well, Skip's going to take out Nixtro in the meantime, and Skips actually, what is going on? Skips and Beachy really going to find their mark now. Scarless in a little bit of a sticky situation, below 25 HP, but of course it is just Lulu who's the last one left alive with the SMG-11. Can he make it happen is the question, and the answer to that is of course going to be no. A flawless round coming out from UC, and they successfully execute an attack. Dismantle that second floor defense, and well, it didn't matter that the presence was up on the third floor. Absolutely no reason to fear whatsoever. Just gonna clean that up nice and quick and make sure it's all done and dusted. So the first round goes the way of UC, and hopefully we'll see a more traditional site being picked here. Maybe third floor, and maybe kitchen. Third floor looks like is going to be the pick coming out for Mist, and for their sake, I hope it works out a little bit better. They're going to be picking up the Goyo, of course, for those critical shields, the Mute, the Wamai, the Maestro, the Smoke. Of course, the Mute going to be switched out for Jaeger, so they've got the Jaeger-Wamai combo, absolutely critical combo to have up here on the third floor defense, along with that Goyo, of course. Smoke and Maestro, just to play out the time as long as possible as well. Nothing too crazy on that front. Basically, just going to have to wait and see if UC can pull it off again. This time around, they've got the Ace, IQ, Nomad, Zofia, and of course the Ash. And, well, it is absolutely raining buckets outside as we head in towards the setup. Alright, here we go. Getting in towards the second round of this map. Setup, of course, coming out from Mist as they set up their defense. And UC looking once again to dismantle that defense. Looking to just pick apart whatever it is that Mist have got set up. The question is it going to be successful this time around? Because, of course, the third floor, definitely a little bit more of a stronger site to defend. Especially with this setup that Mist has got going for themselves. If they can utilize it correctly, they should be able to have a much better chance at winning this time. But if UC have anything to say about it, it might be more difficult than they suspect. Zerd are going to have a little bit of information that someone's in this direction, but won't know exactly where it is. And of course the drone's getting popped out to try and gather that information, try and spot out where these defenders are hiding. Some very tight angles being held here. As you can see, UC not lost a single player. Mist have not lost a single player. They're just getting the information going, looking for something. Skips looking for a little bit of trouble up here towards the skylight. Information is being gathered all over the place, but nothing has been found so far. No entry picks, no openings. Even Ash, who's sending so many shots down range, not going to find anything just yet. And of course, the Jaeger-Wamai combo in towards the lounge is definitely going to be quite difficult. Ooh, heads are spotted out, but they're not being found, and the shot's going to be missed. So that is a pick being missed. And speaking of missed, Mario, he's going to go down. Another head being found, and there it is. KWR going to find it finally. Spots it out, lines it up, makes sure it happens. Now Mist on the back foot. 3 players remaining. 3 versus 5. And once again, UC poised to take over. Poised to dismantle this defense. Kaiko, he's got to play carefully here. Neekstro is here to assist. Can they find the head, though? No, just barely going to miss it. That's going to be a bit of an issue. But Edward with the Elder going to make sure that Skips doesn't come out from behind. So slowly whittling away the numbers. But it's still a 3v4. And there's still a lot of work to do here. Ooh, a quick push up the staircase, going to be big. There goes Zerd. He takes 2, actually. And now, Edward is the last one left. He's now made a drop down, coming in from behind. This could be the chance that they needed. But does he have the timing in his favor? The answer to that question is yes. There goes 1. Can he get a second? No, he cannot. Is going to get taken down by Beachy. You see, they're going to pick up 2 rounds here. Very nice performance so far. UC have managed to dismantle the defense twice in a row now, both on the second floor and on the third floor. Must have a choice here. They can go back to one of those two sites, or they can head down in towards the kitchen. But do they chance another third floor defense? Seems like they're hovering over it. It might be a bit of a risk, but maybe if they make some adjustments, they could make it happen. Certainly are going to try it again, as you can see from the setup. Well, my Jaeger, Goyo, Smoke Maestro, these are the third floor defenders. And it looks like Mist want to go for another round here on the third floor. We'll see if UC can just continue to lay it down the fire, because if that is the case, they could easily run away with this match. They're already 2 rounds ahead. One more will put them in a pretty decent lead. A pretty sizable lead is what I wanted to say there. And, well, now we will see what the verdict is going to be. How does the defense change? How do they switch things up? Because surely Mist have got something else up their sleeve. Surely they've got something to respond to this. Classic setups coming out. Who am I? And Jaeger going to be sitting up in this corner here as per usual. Holes being opened up, so this is an interesting one. The lines of sight being opened up to try and put the pressure on. Is it going to be enough to stave off the attack from UC? Some nice pre-fire coming out, just to make sure that Nixtro can't get any cheeky shots out there from the window. That 416C. Don't want to give the Jaeger any free spawn kills, and they have not done so just yet. So everything's being done, and here comes the opening hatch. Right opened up, but Nixtro's here to try and contest it. He sees the Nomad stream coming through. Here comes the drone. He's going to fall off the angle, and now they've lost what advantage they had for the moment. Zerd going to be out here. Actually a good position. If he can find some spots through this window, it might be big. Here come the hits. Not going to land, though. Oh, and there comes the repeat. But Zerd, what is that? Absolutely locates onto the head of Edward and just takes it straight off. And barely any HP remaining, but it's enough to be alive, and that's all that matters at this stage. UC coming out with a head up in this one. Now they're going to start opening up red stairs and putting the pressure on, as one does on it towards the third floor. Let's see how they make this happen. Beachy moving in, taking out those cams. In comes the information gathering. Skips up on the top, shots coming in. Kaiko actually going to take down KWR. Mario, Kaiko, Nixtro, and Lulu. The last one's here for Mist, 4v4. Nixtro trying to put the hits in across. They have a really good setup here. Kaiko gonna find another one. That's impressive. They're really holding this one down like pros, and here comes another. Zerd gonna take some hits, and there goes Wamai. He's taken off the board. 50 seconds left. They've got to find something. Skips does a lot of damage, and now Mario's the last one left. SMG 11 in hand. He's got a 1v2 this. It's not impossible. Ooh, and surely that's the leg spotted. He must know of the player's position there. Definitely does know, but can't move. If he moves, he might risk exposing himself. He hears the footsteps. Sneaky, sneaky. Can he find the head? No. Just misses it out. Skip's gonna take him out, and UC will win round 3 as well. Actually, that looked like a bit of a trade. It was, in fact, a trade. Taking them out, so the SMG 11 was enough to chop the head off, but in a 1v2 situation, the trade is not going to be enough. So that's 3 rounds for UC so far, strung together in a row. 3 rounds ahead, and now Mist. They're in a pretty bad position. They've got to make some sort of a comeback here. Round 4, moving in. It is going to be the kitchen defense, and Warden being picked up by Edward. I suspect it might be 6th picked away, unless they're expecting a potential Ying play. Perhaps they have another idea to utilize Warden, but in any case, they're going to switch out the Goyo for the Clash, and of course, the Clash not being banned can potentially be quite the annoyance here for the attackers, but man, I really have to question this particular setup right now. I'm not too sure what the plan is with the Warden. Yeah, sure, he's got the shotgun, but yeah, there's plenty of operators with the shotgun that bring a little bit more utility on the board, and unless Mist had some reason to suspect they were going to go up against a Ying or maybe a cheeky Glaz like we saw coming out from, I think it was ATK. I'm not 100% sure about that one. I think it was in the first round we saw ATK pull that out. Definitely a very odd pick. Warden has been sort of here and there when it comes to discussions about whether he's a good pick or not, but yeah, I'm interested to see exactly what they're using him for. Maybe anti-flash just to pop on the glasses and make sure that he doesn't have to turn away from the absolute assault barrage of flashes that is the Ashe. Maybe that's what they're trying to deal with here in this situation. And of course they have Mario up here with the Clash to try and be very, very annoying. Now nobody's approaching from this side. All of the rest of UC, it looks like they might even want to attempt a vertical clear from top to bottom, and that does seem to be the case. They are heading in towards red stairs, as one expects when it comes to that vertical maneuvers. Straight to the top, third floor clear, move down second floor, third floor clear, and then first floor, of course. So far, no challenge actually coming out whatsoever, so UC making good time. Trying to get themselves moved up. Truly, you can have a look and see Skips and Zerd really been on something else today. Zerd hitting some incredible shots. Some very quick reactions. I mean, getting sprayed down by an Alda and still managing to outshoot. Very, very impressive. Not the easiest thing to do. Slowly the floors are being cleared. Third floor is clear, second floor is clear, and now UC are turning their attention down towards the first floor, getting ready to make their assault, mount their attack against Mist. But are they prepared for the clash? Well, we're about to find out. The flashes are coming through. Clash is still out here trying to put on the pressure as the ceiling explodes above her, has to retreat bit by bit, and that's the advantage of the vertical play. When you hold that vertical advantage, you can really put on the pressure from above and potentially below, depending on the situation. And that can really screw up some plans, especially if you're utilizing a shield op. In this case, of course, Clash on the defense side. For Mist, 55 seconds left on the clock. UC still need to get this done. It's not impossible, but, well, Lude's actually going to start things out. So that's a really good way to start one player down for UC. All in these tight angles. How does UC respond? How do they push their way in with only 30 seconds left to go? They've really got to make an absolutely perfect attack right now. They've got to start moving in. Scarlet's going to find one, but is it going to be enough? Here comes Zerd. He is going to find that shot. He is always good for those. And now UC have a good potential to get into this, but they have very little time remaining. They've got to move so quickly. It has to be perfect. They cannot lose. They cannot miss a single shot. Everything has to be exactly where it needs to be. Zerd goes down. There goes another. The push out from Ace is going to get it. He should be able to plant here, but it's absolutely down to the wire. KWR has to defend this. There goes Skullas. This is the end. He can't make this. It's defenders to take the round. That was really down to the wire, but at the end of the day, just barely managing to make the cut. Missed. They do pick up a round. And it looks like Mist have dropped the player as well, but they're not calling for the rehost, so that does mean that we will be heading in. Well, there he is. He's coming back, but now that means he's going to get an auto-assigned operator, most likely. Unless he doesn't make it in time. We'll see. Smoke Goyo, Wamai, Jaeger, and Rook actually going to get picked up for Edward. He's going to quickly 6th pick that away into the Maestro, so he has made it in time. But luckily, he's made it back, and we're ready to go into the next round. And now, heading back into the third floor, we're having a look and seeing if Mist can successfully defend. They have not been able to defend the third floor in any of their previous attempts, and they just barely managed to make it on Kitchen. And that was just due to the fact that UC didn't have any time left. I'm really starting to question what they're going to be able to change up here on the third floor to mount a successful defense, because every single time UC have managed to dismantle it.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds left. Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb. Attackers are moving to defuse the bomb.
And with the rain absolutely hammering down on the top of my house right now, we are going to get in towards round 5. Mist versus UC. UC with a nice 2-round lead so far. Mist only managing to pick one up for themselves. The question is one round going to be enough for them to mount a comeback? It wasn't enough for ATK. Is it going to be enough for Mist? Some really nice Nomad air jab setups coming out from UC there. Big brain strat if I've ever seen one, but speaking of seeing, I'm seeing Nigstro taking down Beachy. And a quick run out from Nigstro, not going to be able to be punished at all. So UC already down one player. This is some good picked aggression coming out from Mist. That might just be enough to balance things in their favor. Right now, Nigstro gonna get challenged and he will go down as well. KDWR are the one to pick that up, so it is ultimately a 1-for-1. Now 1 minute and 30 seconds left in UC. They've got to get their setup finished so they can mount their assault, because of course they did run out of time last time and they don't want to repeat that. So they're gonna have to make sure their movements are concise within that time limit. You see, opening up the ceiling above them, trying to get a peek in towards the site. Not going to spot anyone out, but a quick ping is going to come through, which might be enough. But Mario takes down Zerd with that SMG-11. And that is not the way you want things to go right now. Things are looking absolutely down to the wire for UC once again. They might just run out of time. They have to be careful here. They have to push up. They've got to find something. 40 seconds left, and there goes another one. UC just not able to find what they were used to be finding. Somehow, Mist have made that adaptation. They've made the change, and now UC are falling apart at the seams. Slowly but surely, Mist making their way back on in. Scarlett and KWR, the last ones left alive to try and make something happen. A good spray through the wall, but it's not going to pick up a kill. And now Scarlett's taking quite a bit of damage. Oh, a challenge coming in from KWR. Moving very quickly. He has to be careful. He takes down the Wamai. Lots of damage done, though. The diffuser's getting planted. This is a bit of an issue. It's coming down to the wire. Here comes the Elder. Oh, and a Lulu. Nitrocell going to take down Mario. Edward eventually taking down Scarlett and Mist. Going to pick up another round, and there it is. Slowly but surely, UC are losing a grip on their round advantage. Mist picking up the pieces. 2-3 is the scoreline. Much closer than the previous game that we saw today. 2 points to 3. One more is going to even things out, and they will have had quite the half. Round 6. And it is going to be Reading Room and Fireplace once again for Mist. Now, once again, they were not successful on this the first time they pulled it out. Are they going to be able to be successful this time around? Well, it seems like they just might. They had success in the kitchen. They had success on the third floor. They were able to switch things up enough to get the win, and now they're heading back in to their trusty second floor position to see if their switching up tactics will be enough to bring this one out as well, and even the scoreline 3-3. Certainly could be.
Bomb located by attackers. Attackers have located a bomb. 10 seconds left. 5 seconds to go.
Alright, now that I've had a quick bite because I'm absolutely starving, we will be able to head into round 6 with UC making their approach, and Mist focused solely on getting their defenses set up. They've got some presence on the 3rd floor this time, once again. Maybe looking to play out a little bit of the time, but this time it has to be successful for them. Can't afford to make many mistakes here. They've got to come in with a powerful swing if they want to take the lead here. Otherwise, UC might be able to make it happen because, well, arguably the defense side is the strongest side in the game. And we've seen how that can actually impact rounds. It doesn't matter how sided a map is, potentially, if a team is really feeling one side or the other. We've seen the performances. Some teams are just so good at defense. Some teams are so good at attack. It really can swing things in the favor. Skips. Gonna start things out. A nice quick peek. Gets a pick onto Edward. So UC already starting things out nicely. And now they have a good little crossfire set up here. Zerd already making his way in. And they're getting control, but there goes the Ash. Absolute perfection in terms of the vertical play here. Neekstra going to close things out. The defuser is getting planted, however, but Zerd going down, and slowly they're running out of players, running out of time. The defuse doesn't go down. Beachy going to find one. Scarlett and Beachy doing absolute work here. Now Kaiko, the last one left. Can he stop this defuser from going down? No, he can't, because he's going to get taken right from behind by Scarlett, who is there to close things out and make sure that this goes in the favor of UC, and it will do. So UC will walk away with a decent lead as we head in towards the second half, and Edward going to boot himself out the lobby once again. Hopefully he makes it back just in time, but if he doesn't, well, you know the drill. We might just have to rehost. And he has indeed returned, so thankfully, no rehosts necessary, and he can 6th pick away from the Monty if he so desires, and I'm sure he will indeed. There comes the IQ. So, IQ... Oh, no, it's actually going to be the Thermite Sledge, Sophia, Gridlock, and Ash coming out for Mist here on the attacking side. And now we're going to see how Mist holds up on the attack, because if they fall apart, if they can't make it happen, if their strats aren't solid, if they're not going to be able to work together, then UC might just run away with this one. Their attack was actually surprisingly good, and now that they're heading into defense, it might just be all over for Mist. They might not have gotten enough rounds for themselves. Sure, 2 is better than nothing, but, well, let's see how it goes for them as we head into the second half, the first round of the second half. Of course, it is going to be a second floor defense coming out once again. Man, something must have happened in the meantime, where all the teams seem to think that this is the comfortable site to start things on, and, well, it certainly seems that way. Didn't work out that well for Mist, but maybe UC will be able to hold on to this site instead.
Bomb located by attackers. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds left.
And oh man, I'm very interested to see if UC can mount a solid defense here on the second floor bomb site, because it did not work out for Mist. And of course, conversely, I want to see how Mist perform here on the attacking side. They're making their way on up, starting to gather that information. There's a Malusi on the side of UC, which could potentially come in handy. Quick challenge coming in. Beachy does well to take out those drones, make sure the information gathering is denied for the time being. We'll see if it's enough, though. Of course, Lulu putting some pressure on towards Red Stairs, and Kaiko up here towards the skylight. Mario taking quite a lot of damage, but he's going to swerve just in time outside of the line of fire. Beachy gets some hits in and Mist one by one going down. I'm just not able to catch it. It's so fast. But here comes some more shots. Edward going to put them on in. Lulu jumping down into Red Stairs once again. Pressure is on here towards the 3rd floor. Mist going to have to make it happen. It's a 3v4. And they're going to have to find so much. Here comes Lulu, slowly pushing up. He's going to have to find a number of these UC players. If he clears the corners, it's definitely doable. But it's certainly not going to be easy. Slowly Lulu moving up, gets caught by the Wamai. Support coming in from Edward. Oh, this player's playing very, very close. Is it going to be enough? Here comes Edward. Nitrocell coming out, does a bit of damage. Is the challenge going to be enough? There goes the thermite. Lulu has to swing. Not going to be able to find anything. Gets taken out from behind as well. That's a problem for Mist. They're going down one by one, being picked apart by UC. Kaiko, the last one left. The diffuser's down. The seconds on the clock are down. 30 of them left. There's just absolutely nothing to do. Getting assaulted from all sides, from below, from the side. Nothing to do. HP going down. A quick knock onto Amai. But it's not even enough to close him out. Going to have to take the knife out. And, well, there's at least one. But you have to find so much more. And with less than 25 HP and 10 seconds left, it is just absolutely not doable at this stage. No diffuser. No time. No life. And there it is. UC will take round 7. And now they are in quite the considerable lead. About 3 rounds ahead so far. UC on the defending side, able to hold on. Now as we head into round 8, Mist in a very precarious position. One more round is going to give UC that match point that they're looking for. And of course, we will be heading over to the 3rd floor. Apparently, if the visuals are correct, we should be heading over to the 3rd floor. The defense coming out, Wamai and Jaeger, of course, paired with the Goyo. Meister and Smoke. Standard defense here on 3rd floor. For Mist, Ash, Gridlock, Zophia's Legend, Thermites are also a pretty standard lineup on that side as well. We'll see if UC can just keep up the streak. Because if so, this game might just be done and dusted. 3rd floor defense coming out from UC. We'll see if they can hold on. And we'll see if UC can actually pull off a better defense here on the 3rd floor than Mist could. Mist be able to win one, but not after losing one. Well, not before losing one, should I say. Well, let's take a look at UC's approach. Moving on in. Slowly moving up. Starting to gather the information, starting to set up as per usual. But is the outcome of the round going to be usual? That's what we're waiting to find out. As you can see on the scoreboard there, both of these teams actually doing quite the good job in terms of picking up the kills, but UC in the lead. Quite a number of kills for themselves. Zerd getting flashed. Oh, some explosions doing damage. Tossing in those nades. Neekstra trying to put on as much pressure as possible. Not enough to take Zerd down just yet, but they are certainly looking for it. They're certainly looking for those opening kills. The drone's getting tossed in as well, looking for the info. Trying to give them every single edge possible. Here comes another grenade. Lulu once again putting the pressure on towards Red. Stairs hopping down. There comes Neekstro with some serious firepower, putting down skips. Now Mario moving in, taking control of Cigar. Taking some of that utility off the board as well. Oh, Neekstro spotting out some more heads. Not taking them off, but the spot is definitely there. And now the shots should be a lot more easy to land. 1 minute and 14 seconds left. There goes another one. Once again, things are just going very, very weirdly here. UC is being picked apart this time. Mist showing a little bit of prowess on the attacking side. Now they're starting to move in. And they find the hits, though. Edward looking for them. Trying to make it work. Going to be zapped a little bit by those Maestro cams. And, well, things are not looking too good there. But there comes Beachy Zer trying to put the shots in. Everyone's trying to land the hits. The diffuser's getting planted by Edward in the meantime. This is a bit of an issue. Here comes Zerd. He has to get this pick, but he's not finding it. That's going to be a problem. Skalos goes down, and now there's just 2 remaining. Beachy and Zerd for UC, and they've got to find so many players. 2v4. Diffuser's ticking away, and there goes Zerd. He gets taken down. Beachy, the last one left. And he goes down as well. And Mist are going to pick up round 8, and man, oh man. Alright, we're going to have to head into a rehost here from round 9. 3 to 5, and as we are setting this up, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with that quick rehost. Alrighty, hello, and well, once the rehost is done and dusted, we're getting right on back into it. The PSG Siege Showdown, Cafe Dostoevsky. It is Mist versus UC. And it has been quite the interesting game so far. 3 rounds against 5 is the scoreline. UC in the lead. We're heading on back to the 3rd floor to see what they've got to offer us. Can UC defend it this time around? 1 more point for UC will give them exactly what they're looking for, and that is, of course, match point, which means it's just 1 more after that for the win. And, of course, for the side of Mist, picking up that 3rd round is pretty critical. Only 2 more, and they're going to be able to even things out. But, well, with such a big lead, UC might just be able to run away with this one. Mist have to be super, super careful here. Well, let's just get straight on into it and see exactly how UC is going to alter their defense, because in the previous round, they actually lost this bomb site right here, and it was Mist who picked up that extra win, bringing them up to 3. And now UC has to make a couple of adjustments here and there if they're going to want to survive the onslaught from Mist. We'll see. It's going to be Ash, Thermite, Zofia, Gridlock, and Sledge in the hands of Mist, and on the other side, Smoke, Maestro, Goyo, Wamai, and Jaeger, of course, to be defending on this 3rd floor, as one would expect. Well, let's just see exactly how this pans out.
5 seconds left. Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Alright, so Mist starting to make their way on in. Of course, the majority of UC just spending all their time here towards the 3rd floor. No need to have any presence anywhere else. The direct attack from the red stairs area could definitely come through. You can see everyone just happily sitting on towards the site, waiting for Mist to make their move. And indeed, it is their move to make. You can see Ash already getting aggressive here as well. The rest of them coming up, and the aggression from Ash actually going to get punished. So that's definitely not the way you want things to go. Mist already losing another. There goes the Zofia. 3v5 already. We still have 2 minutes left on the clock. These are some quick kills coming out. And now Edward and Lulu are the last 2 ones remaining against a full team of UC. Whatever it is that UC decided to switch up, well, it has certainly worked out for them. They found those kills. They found exactly what they needed. And with so much time left, man, this is going to be difficult. Lulu and Edward hopping down in towards red stairs, getting that control done and dusted. But, well, this is their final effort. If this doesn't work out for them, it's basically done and dusted. They have to find these kills here, and there goes Edward. He is going to find that kill. It's exactly what he needed. But they're going to have to find a whole lot more than that if they want to be successful here. Oh, Edward. He's gonna have to challenge this. He doesn't have much of a choice. Here comes the flash. It's actually gonna fall off. They need to find these picks. It is absolutely critical. Here comes the shots. Lots of damage done towards Edward. Nothing found otherwise. And here comes the smoke pushing him off the angle. It's enough to stick him right down in the ground and take him out. And now it is just Lulu, the last one left alive. The position should be known. The peak will come momentarily. You could hear the crossfire. You can hear that they have almost won this one. UC in perfect positions. 1v4. 40 seconds left. Shots coming through. A critical bullet hole being held there. And smoke just pushing him straight off the angle. Missed. Not in the greatest spot. Lulu has to find something. You could see sitting right behind that shield. Refusing to peek. Refusing to let himself be known. And, well, he's not going to go down. 20 seconds left. Lulu has very little that they can do in this particular situation. This should just be a clean round for UC. There goes KWR though, but with 10 seconds left, all they have to do is run away, and this should be done and dusted. There goes Lulu. Zerd gonna pick that up, and UC will win another round, and that is gonna put them on the match point that they were looking for. And now, as we head in towards the next round, match point is what they're staring down. Missed 3 rounds to go just to even things out, and they cannot lose a single one. They have no more room for mistakes. It has to be a perfect string of 3 rounds for Mist. Otherwise, UC is going to walk away with this. Take the W here in this matchup. We're going to be heading back to the fireplace and reading room. Interesting choice so far. But here we go. Malusi actually going to get picked up in the hands of KWR. Looking to perhaps utilize it somewhere. We'll see if they can make it happen. Right now, quite a difficult situation to be in for Mist. There's so much work to be done and absolutely no room for error. One mistake could mean the end. All UC needs is one single round, and they've got this in the bag. Of course, once again, UC putting that presence up on the 3rd floor, making sure they are defending this site. And that does seem to be the sort of play that we see coming out here when it does come into the 2nd floor reading room defense. It's basically just a 3rd floor defense by proxy, although there's a little bit more reinforcements that go in towards the 2nd floor than usual. Well, we'll see. Can Mist be successful in their attack here? Or are they going to find themselves staring down that daunting barrel? We will see. Right now, everyone's putting their eyes out, looking for the information. So far, no one has gone down, so the typical UC early aggression not coming out just yet. Not going to reward them with any kills either. Zerd just going berserk on the soft walls, making sure all those are nice and open. But in the meantime, Mist slowly setting up their assault, mounting their attack. Here goes Edward. Skip's going to find Neekstra in the meantime. Edward looking for something on the 3rd floor, but is he going to find anything is the critical question here. Oh, there's a nice shot from Kaiko, taking down Skips. Now Edward's in a whole lot of a better position. Mario still challenging out to the window, waiting for someone to peek out. The shots are coming through, but no one is just daring to show their face just yet. Some ADS is being burnt through there as Edward trying to get some heads room. Something to work with. Jaeger still continuing to challenge against the window. Oh, but there it is. Has to find the Goyo shield, and he does. And there's the shots as well. He's going to drop the diffuser, and the challenge from the window not going to be enough to stop him. Oh, and here comes the challenge. Is he going to find the Ash? No, he will not. Head not in the reticle. Just barely going to escape with his life. But now Beachy in a critical spot. He has to defend this, and oh, he's going to be caught reloading. Down he goes. This should be a quick pickup, and it is. Gridlock going to take him out. Now Zerd could potentially challenge. He's in a spot, but he's got to worry from both sides. Here comes the Ash. He has to hear this, and he does. There goes the Zerd. Can he pick up another? The answer is no. The shotgun not going to even connect in time. And another peek. Lulu got a little bit of information. Scarlett and KWR, the last two. Kaiko and Lulu, the last two from this. But with 10 seconds left, UC might have just successfully defended for long enough. They might have done all the work that was needed so far. Here comes Lulu. Has to be critical. Finds the Malusi, but not enough to take it down. And there's the round that UC were looking for. That is the mistake the missed made. They just couldn't execute quick enough. The time was working against them. And UC will pick up their 7th round and the win here on Cafe Dostoevsky. GG, well played. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been your boy Patchy. Thank you for joining me on the next round of the PSG Siege Showdown. Be sure to check out the next round of the Siege Showdown here for PSG. It is going to be quite exceptional, I will admit. But until then, I will see you guys later.